Firstly, I wish to thank the General Assembly for the honor bestowed on the government and people of Nigeria by electing our national, His Excellency Tijani Muhammad Bande, to the presidency of the 74th session of this august body. This is indeed a great honor to our country. Nigerians are truly grateful and shall endeavor to live up to the expectations and the responsibilities thrust upon us. Ambassador Muhammad Bande is an experienced and seasoned diplomat, and I am confident that he will prove to the international community his suitability for this most demanding assignment. Let me also offer my sincere thanks to the outgoing President, Her Excellency Maria Fernanda Espinosa Carrez, for her skill, resourcefulness, and endless reservoir of patience in piloting the 73rd General Assembly. In the same vein, may I commend the Secretary General, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, for his tremendous energy, his genuine international outlook exhibited by his leadership of the United Nations. Your Excellency delegates, the theme of the current General Assembly is galvanizing multilateral efforts for poverty eradication, quality education, climate action, and inclusion. These are the prime areas calling for collective action which will benefit national and global interests. Today, the world is at a critical juncture. This year marks the first anniversary of the International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace. This year also marks the 100 years of the founding of the League of Nations, leading eventually to the establishment of the United Nations as a part of the post-World War II international order. Article 1, Paragraph 4 of the United Nations Charter called for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment of common ends. These common ends include A, international peace and security, B, prosperity and social justice, C, respect for human dignity, and D, protection of environment. Multilateralism, symbolized by the United Nations system, has brought immense benefit to the people of the world. It has saved lives, prevented wars, restored peace and stability, as well as generated economic and social progress in many countries. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, we must admit that as the world grows richer, there are regrettable signals in the world economic and political order. Millions in Africa and around the world remain in abject poverty. Furthermore, we are witnessing a backlash against multilateralism in the shape of a rising tide of racism, xenophobia, resurgent nationalism, populism, and tendencies towards protectionism and unilateralism. The pristine principles of the United Nations appear threatened. On cessation of hostilities after World War II, the United States, in one of the greatest selfless undertakings in history, decided to revive Europe through the Marshall Plan and uplift and restore Japan economically. This generous policy catalyzed a great economic revival globally. This action of the United States not only benefited Europe and Japan, but the United States as well, through vastly improved trade and cross-investment. The United States and Europe have become friends and allies since the end of the war. The United States and Japan also become friends and allies. This example can be replicated with respect to Africa. A developed Africa will not be antagonistic to industrialized countries, but will become friends and partners in prosperity, security, and development. A prosperous Africa will mean greater prosperity for the rest of the world. A poor Africa will be a drag on the rest of the world. Is this what the international community wants? A coordinated multilateral effort should be set in motion to utilize and maximize the use of the enormous resources on the African continent for the benefit of all nations. Investing partners will be able to recoup their investment unifold over time.